You're all about 8 or 9 months from winning that national championship, but still congratulations on it. And what was the feeling like to bring it home for a second time?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Obviously, that's what you play for, that's what you work for. But the way they did it all season, it was a pretty dominating year for the girls. And, you know, they didn't talk about it. They didn't go about it like that. They went about it tournament by tournament. And they just gelled. When the lights came on, they were the best. And they proved that at the national championship. They won by 38 shots, and that was it was very impressive. I was impressed as a coach. I just got out of their way and let them do their thing.
I'm sure I asked you a variation of this question 4 years ago in terms of how winning a title changed your program. How did winning it a second time change your program?
It was just validation. The first time, you know, we validated by getting second and third behind it, but now to add another one just validated that even more. It's opened up, you know, recruiting and things like that. The program's more visible out there on the national stage, and the expectations are still really high. They don't want to be that team to take the step down. They want to keep building. They want another one. And now the guys, you know, on the same side, they made it to the national championship too. Got to the match play, got fifth. Now they're hungry. So it's just, you know, success feeding success.
Obviously, I think you have got to the point on the women's side, we know what the goal is every year. I think that's pretty obvious. From a men's standpoint, have you gotten to the stage of this program where it's the same goal?
Absolutely, 100%. And they believe it. I think last year getting into that top 5 or getting into match play opened their eyes. We went into it not knowing what would happen. We knew we were playing pretty well. They went and won the conference championship. They won the Midwest Regional, followed it up with getting into match play at the national championship, and we were 3 holes away from knocking off the #1 team in the country in West Florida. West Florida's good, but we were right there. If a couple matches go a different way, we're advancing into the Final Four. So it made them really hungry. It gave them a taste of success, and now I have no different expectations from the men and women.
Talking Greyhound at women's golf, the defending national champions in women's golf. And a key part of that team joins us now, Anna Kramer. Anna, what is it like to have that label kind of put in front of a lot of conversations you get to have here on campus?
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's a high expectation, always like kind of live up to it, and the year after year kind of expected to be just as good or get to nationals again, or you win nationals again. But yeah, it's pretty special.
Well, first of all, I have a hat, so thank you for that. It's great to have a national championship, cool. And without your play, that wouldn't have happened, so thank you very much. College golf is very unique in that it's obviously an individual sport, but you play as a team.
Yeah.
Describe that balance, if you don't mind.
It's like, in a way, you're not being like selfish, but I mean, you do have to worry about what you're doing.
Sure.
But you don't want how you're doing to affect how the rest of your team is doing. You have to like keep your composure if you're not playing good, because you don't want your rest of the team to see what you're doing and have that affect their game as well.
Being very selfish can help your team in a big way. There is little doubt about that. Obviously, my guess would be the goal for 2019 is the same as 2018, correct?
Yeah.
The different courses and places you guys get to go as golfers is fantastic. So tell us about the upcoming schedule you guys have and the warmer places you get to go in the near future.
So at the end of February, we get the opportunity to go to San Antonio and play in St. Mary's event, I believe.
Yep.
And that'll be a lot of fun. And then a few weeks later, we get to go to Vegas and play in an event out there. You know, we've been fortunate enough to play in that event the last 2 years, and it's really fun to go out there and you know, different scenery and play different types of golf courses out there.
From the guys' standpoint, I think you guys feel you're just on the edge of kind of getting to that level. What's going to make this a good year for you and your teammates?
Well, so we've got 4 guys in the top 5 from last year that are back, that were a part of the run that we made at the end of the season, and you know, we've got some younger guys on the team that you know, they're ready to step up, and we know that each of us need to take the next step. And we know what it's like to get to that level and what we need to do to play better to improve upon the result of last season.
All right, what's the major for you here at UIndy?
Biology major, pre-med.
Yeah, that's not hard at all in dealing with all the golf and travel and stuff like that. How do you go about balancing, you know, time on the course and time in the classroom?
Very, very carefully. It's a grind at times, and you have to make sacrifices in order to, excel in either on the course or the classroom. And it's tough, but I've managed so far, and I'm just going to continue to do so.
A glimpse into his future, a doctor with a really good golf game. Spencer, thanks for the time and good luck this season.
Appreciate it.